Okay, concept getters, we are back. We are back, but I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I know it's been a minute since I recorded a video and since I uploaded. But hey, I was busy, guys. I was busy. Now it's time for you also to be busy, watching the videos, sharing, and right? But also, the most important thing, remember, is to understand. Okay? Understand how it's done and make sure that before the end of the video, you have one of those moments. Okay, I don't want to waste time now. Let's just go straight to the question. Let's analyze our diagram and analyze what's given, and then we answer the question in the box. Okay, so when you're looking at the diagram here, we can see that we are given BOC as a diameter of the circle centered O. I'm just reading the blue written text, okay? So BOC is the diameter of the circle centered O. We can see O there is our center. And they told us that AE is a tangent to the circle at A. I hope you see it, which is a point on the circle, right? And they also told us that D is another point on the circle such that OD is parallel to BA. You already see, I already wrote the signs of parallel on BA and OD. Okay, and remember, guys, when you have a tangent, think of tan chord. Okay, and when you have parallel lines, you can think of math is fun, corresponding angles, co-interior angles, and alternating angles. Okay, think of those ones. And they also gave us that CD and AC are drawn. So we can see CD, okay, you see it? CD, and you also see AC, right? That's the line, okay? And they also give us the angle A1. Okay, A1 is 60 degrees. As you can see, we have A1 and 2, we have O1 and O2, and we have C1 and C2, right? The first question is they want you to calculate with reasons, guys, with reasons, okay? With reasons, all right? The size of each angles mentioned below. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Remove the what do you call the apostrophe there on angles? It's supposed to be angles, as in like plural. Okay, it's the mistake of a question or an examiner, whoever the question was set by. All right, but anyway, let's just solve the question. They want us to get B. When you get the B is this one here. You see the dot on B. That's what they want us to get. But remember, I told you that the minute you are given a tangent, right? The minute you are given a tangent, then you can think of tan chord, especially if you don't have a radius, right? So we know that A1 here, which was already 60 degree, check on the statement, you remember 60 degree there, that A1 there will be equal to the whole B, right? Remember the tangent AE and the chord AC make A1, right? And that chord AC subtends B. So an angle made by a tangent and a chord will be equal to an angle inside the circle that is subtended by the same chord that was making that other angle, okay? So we can tell that B is subtended by chord AC, and AC works with AE to make A1. Therefore, A1 will be equal to B. So I'm going to write it, all right? I'm just going to go like, all right. So basically, A1 will be equal to B, right? Our reason is what? Is tan chord, right? And then we're going to say, therefore, our B will be equal to what? 60 degrees, because it's given, right? So we got the first one, right? Now let's solve for A2. A2 is an angle on the circumference. Remember, we are given that BOC is a diameter. So if BOC is a diameter, remember, a diameter will always subtend a 90 degree at the circumference. So therefore, it means our A2, which is an angle at the circumference, all right? Our A2 will be 90 degrees. Remember, we call it an angle in a semicircle, all right? So I'm just going to go straight to the point and just be like, oh, so basically my A2 would be what? Would be 90 degrees. Reason is angle in a semicircle. Easy, right? Now they want C1. Guys, come on. There's no way we can't get this one. C1 Remember now we have triangle BAC. If we already know that B is 60 and A2 is 90, then we can get C1. What's going to be the value of C1? Remember, the sum of interior angles in a triangle will have to equate to 180. So we're going to say C1 plus A2 plus B should give us 180. And therefore, we make C1 the subject of the formula. So basically, our C1 will be what, guys? Come on. C1 will be what? C1 will automatically be 30 degrees. Because 30 plus 60 on B plus 90 on A should give us 180. Okay, pause the video, and then calculate and check. 30 plus 60 plus 90 gives us 180. Okay, you did it. Now, welcome back. Now, we're going to go straight to solving for O2. I'm going to draw something like this, blah, 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 and I'm going to say, okay, let me just do O2, all right? So, O2 would be what? O2, look at O2, guys. You see O2 is here. Remember, our BA and our OD are parallel, and we have a line BOC, which cuts both the parallel lines. So once we have a line that cuts two parallel lines, and angles are on the same side of that line, and they are on the same sides of the parallel lines, those angles are called what? Corresponding angles. It gives us the F on math is fun. Remember from grade 8 and 9. So basically, my O2 will be equal to my B, and my B is 60. You can see 60, right? So O2 will be equal to B, and my reason will be corresponding angle. So O2 will be equal to angle B, which is 60 degrees. My reason is corresponding angles. All right. Now the last one, guys. This video has to be short, guys. I want to save your data from here on because hey, it's been a while. Okay, let me just continue before I waste even more data. Let's go to C2. Now look at OD. OD and OC are what we call radii. OD is a radius. Look at OD. I'm saying, you see, and look at OC. You see. Those two lines are radii, plural form of radius, right? OD is a radius and OC is a radius. And we all know that radii are always equal, right? So I'm going to start writing actually. I'm just going to say OD will be equal to OC. Reason is what? Is radii, right? So if OC and OD are equal, it means angle C1 plus C2 should be equal to angle D. You see D here, there's a dot in it. You see, angle D should be equal to angle C1 plus C2. So that's what I'm going to write. I'm going to say C1 plus C2 should give me D. So which is going to be is I'm just going to say O2 plus C1 plus C2 plus C1 plus C2 should give me 180 degrees. Remember the reason for this one, it will be what? Equal angles up, equal sides, right? And the reason for this one, it will be what? Sum of angles in triangle, right? Then remember my O2 is what? My O2 is 60, right? And my C1 was what? My C1 was 30. So for C1, I'm going to substitute 30 and I will solve for C2. After doing my algebra, guys, I just realized that my C2 will be 30 degrees after substituting. And that's it, guys. Come on, guys. Just do the algebra on this step. You see this step I just wrote in red, there's a dot here. Do this step and substitute O2, C1, and C1. Then transpose it and then solve for C2, and you'll see C2 will be 30 degrees, all right? Because remember, we're doing Euclidean geometry here, not algebra, all right? Anyway, there's no need for me to waste even more of your data. Let me just be out.